Hey, I'm Hunt, and this is Hunt on LSU, your channel for LSU Fighting Tiger football talk. Enjoy the video. We want you to leave a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe right below the video. Enjoy. All right, we know LSU's defense was not great last year. I think that's fair to say, right? I mean, oh, gosh. Only LSU football unit that's ever made me apathetic. Like, I just could not muster any anger with the defense about halfway through the Missouri game because you had seen the Florida State game and you'd seen the Ole Miss game and you'd seen the Missouri game halfway, and LSU never got a stop ever under any circumstance in any of those games. And I just was like, what am I supposed to do? Get mad when they give up another touchdown, another touchdown, another touchdown? I'm not going to keep getting mad 7 times a game. That just seems irrational. I literally got to that point. And then the defense, of course, got a couple stops against Missouri, and they won the game. But it was bad. And every level was bad. Every aspect was bad. They didn't stop the run. They didn't rush the passer. They didn't cover. They didn't tackle. They didn't have a good scheme. They didn't have good assignments. They were bad at everything. There's not one thing I could point to and go, but that was really good on the defense. So, of course, if I tell you that everything on the defense is bad, then, of course, safety play is bad. Make sense? So I was thinking about LSU safeties entering this year. And you look at the unit. Last year you started the season, Greg Brooks was there and obviously had that situation and he left the team. And Andre Sam was on the team. You had Major Burns and Sage Ryan on the team as well. And Ryan Yates played a little bit late in the season. And a lot of these cast of characters have returned. Major Burns is back. Sage Ryan is back. Jordan Allen was on the team last year. He's back. Kylan Jackson was on the team. He's back. And then you bring in Jordan Gilbert as a transfer. And then you've got freshmen in Deshaun Spears and Joel Rogers. And Austin Osbury comes in and transfer. And all of a sudden, I look at LSU's safety room and I go, okay, Major Burns, Sage Ryan, Jordan Allen, Kylan Jackson, Jordan Gilbert, Deshaun Spears, Joel Rogers, Austin Osbury. That's 8 guys. And that's not even counting Juwan Johnson, who may get some time at safety as well. That would be 9. That's a lot of dudes at safety. And it's not like a bunch of guys they picked up off the street or a bunch of guys that were D2 players last year. Or like Major Burns was a 4-star. He's been in college for 4 years. He's made 23 starts. Sage Ryan was a 5-star. He started games as a true freshman. Jordan Gilbert was a 4-star recruit. He played in 25 games at Texas A&M. I mean, those 3 guys, Major Burns, Sage Ryan, and Jordan Gilbert, have combined to start 47 games. Not playing, start 47 games. That's a lot of experience. And then Kylan Jackson was a 4-star. Deshaun Spears was a 4-star. Joel Rogers was a 4-star. There's some size and some physicality there. Like, you've got a lot of guys who have played and a lot of young talent. It would stand to reason, to me, that they could find 2 guys to go back there and play quality safety. We have seen Jamal Adams play as a freshman. We've seen Eric Reed play as a freshman. Those guys played safety very early in their career. Now, those guys are exceptional talents. So is Grant Delpit. We're talking about 5-star players that are NFL starters. And I don't know if Joel Rogers or Deshaun Spears are going to be in that conversation or not, but it's possible. I think maybe the biggest thing here is the positional switch, and it's twofold. One, Major Burns goes from playing in the back end to doing a lot of covering that he wasn't great at, moving up to star. He's going to be around the line of scrimmage more, able to use his physicality a little bit more, a lot more tackling, a lot less covering. That seems to fit his skill set. That's one. And Sage Ryan is going to back up and play some safety and use his speed. I wouldn't suggest that Sage Ryan is LSU's best man-to-man cover guy, and because of injuries and poor performance over the last 2 seasons, he's had to do a lot of covering. He played a lot of cornerback. Well, he wasn't recruited to be a cornerback, but somebody's got to play it, and they're running out of guys. So he had to do it. Maybe these 2 guys moving back to a more comfortable spot that accentuates their skills creates a better version of themselves. I think there are plenty of you listening right now, plenty of you watching YouTube right now, that would say, all I see with Major Burns and Sage Ryan is the back of their uniform and their name because they're always chasing the play. And some of that's true. They're not awesome man-to-man cover guys, and Major Burns is not fantastic in space. But if you move them around to do something different, it stands to reason you could get different results. I'm hopeful in that. Now, Jordan Gilbert is interesting. We don't know Jordan Gilbert as well. He was able to wrangle for a starting spot at Texas A&M his second year in the program. He came back and was the starter again the following year. He played 2 games last year, then he got hurt, so he missed the rest of the season. It feels like the Texas A&M vibe on him is he's pretty good. Nobody suggests, thank God that guy's out of here, and nobody said, oh my God, how are we going to possibly replace him? You're somewhere in the middle of that. And quite frankly, if you're somewhere in the middle of that, which is basically, that's pretty solid, that's better than last year. And if you've got him back there and Sage Ryan back there who's doing a little bit more of things that are conducive to his skill set, and you move Major Burns up, I mentioned you've got 47 starts between those 3, but you've also got them doing something they're a little bit more comfortable doing. And if they can start that way, and then all of a sudden, you may see Kylan Jackson and especially Deshaun Spears grow up, and maybe by early October, they've got enough reps under their belt to play a little bit more. I've now got, by the time you get to Halloween, 5 guys that I'm looking at to help. And if you can't get 2 guys to help out of 5 from this group of perennial 4-stars with a ton of experience, like, I don't know what to tell you. I would like the talent level to look like, the days of Brandon Taylor and Eric Reed and Craig Lawston into Jamal Adams. Like, that is better than what I'm looking at here. But this can work. But all these guys have got to be better than they were last year. Got to be. But you've got depth, you've got talent, and you've got experience. Those are 3 things that should equate to a quality position group. And as the last line of defense in a defense that has given up way too many big plays, this level of play has got to improve. I feel good about the linebackers. I'm feeling pretty good about the safeties. Corner, I'm nervous. Defensive tackle, I'm terrified. Edge rusher, I'm interested. But safety's got to be better. And if you can just eliminate some of the monster chunk plays that LSU gave up last year, you give yourself a chance. Let yourself get back to a huddle lineup and fight again. But if you keep giving up big plays after blown assignment, after missed tackle, you just don't have a chance. I'm not asking these guys to be Grant Delpit and Jamal Adams and LaRon Landry reincarnate. I'm asking them to be in the right spot, make some tackles, and quit giving up huge plays. Do the things that we're told cater to your skill set. Last year was a disaster. This feels better. Major's moving. Sage is moving. You're bringing a talented player in Jordan Gilbert, and that young talent needs to grow up. It's got to. I'm grasping at straws here with this defense because I think there are probably 2 factions of the LSU fan base when we talk about this defense. There's probably one that says they can't be any worse. They've got much better position coaches, a much better coordinator. They're going to get better. They've got talent. They're going to be a top 50, top 40 defense. And there's probably a faction that goes, a lot of these guys were on the team last year and they stunk. And this is not looking great to me. This is at least a 2-year fix. And I don't know exactly where I am on that spectrum, but I feel like at safety, I'm leaning towards it's got to be better. Like, it's going to be better. If I'm proven wrong, I'll stand here and eat that crow. But I feel like they've got a chance to be a pretty good group. You're looking at the different levels of the defense. This one looks serviceable to me. We'll see. I'm curious to get out there tomorrow to camp. I'm assuming you'll see Sage Ryan and Jordan Gilbert as the starting safeties with Major Byrne playing down, and then you'll see the rest of the guys kind of fill in after that. I would imagine you'll see probably Kylan Jackson and Deshaun Spears in that group, and then Jordan Allen maybe right behind them. Matthew Langlois is a guy that has been on the team for a couple of years. He retired due to some medical concerns. So that's what I expect to see when I go out there tomorrow, but we'll certainly kind of let you know what we find out with the safety rotation, as it feels like that group should be better this year. So we'll keep talking about LSU position groups tomorrow, 9:45 a.m. is when LSU cranks things up. Don't run right to your phone, right to your computer, and start firing up Twitter at 9:45 a.m. You're not going to get anything. For those that are new to this, remember, Brian Kelly does not allow any reporting on any of practice until practice is concluded, whether that's to kind of keep people quiet, or whether it's honestly because he doesn't want reporting on injuries and people's families finding out their son is hurt from Twitter and not the LSU staff. I don't really care, but that's the reality of the situation. Is that's the rule. No reporting from camp until the practice is ended. So you'll probably get some information kind of flooding your timeline a little after 11 o'clock. But we'll be out there for the whole practice, 9:45 through 11 o'clock. And then I'll come in and break things down here in the first couple segments of the show tomorrow.
Why do they do that?
He said, doesn't want someone to get hurt, then 20 people to tweet, this guy's hurt. They don't have any specifics. They don't know, but the parent gets on Twitter, sees their son is hurt, doesn't know what the severity of. They don't want that to happen. They want, if there's an injury, for them to be able to tell the family of the athlete.
What if they could just say, you can report on everything except for injuries?
It's easier to say, stop talking.
That's true.
Let's just cut it all off. And that's what they're going to do. So we'll be out there tomorrow. Very much looking forward to it. Hey, thanks for watching Hunt on LSU. Before you get out of here, do us a couple of favors. Hit that like button, leave your comments below, and subscribe to the channel for all your Fighting Tiger football talk. See you next time.